Now, students, we are going to identify the rules and also analyze the purpose of present perfect. In the tutorial of the verbs in past participle, I told you that we are going to use the verbs in this tutorial. The verbs in past participle. So, in present perfect, there is a simple structure for present perfect. I have told you that in each sentence there are three main components: the subject, the verb, and finally the complement or the object. In present perfect, it's a little bit complex. So, the structure of the present perfect is this. First, we have the subject. Then we have the auxiliary, which is have or has. Have for I, you, we, and they, and has for he, she, and it. Then we have the verbs in past participle. Remember? The irregular or the regular verb. And finally, the complement. This is the correct structure to make the present perfect. Now we are going to identify the rules. Rule number 1. The present perfect puts emphasis on the result. And here we have an example. She has written 5 letters. Remember that I told you a few minutes ago the correct structure of the present perfect? The subject, the auxiliary, the verb in past participle, and the complement. Now, the rule number 1 says about emphasis on the result. Here we have, she has written 5 letters. The person is making something important about the result. Rule number 2. We also use present perfect when the action is still going on. It means that the action continues actually. Now, school hasn't finished yet. Maybe you're asking, teacher, what is this? What is this? Hasn't. Well, in affirmative, this is an affirmative sentence, we use has. But for negative, we use hasn't or haven't, depending on the personal pronoun. But the characteristic is that the action in present perfect continues, so we use this sentence. School hasn't finished yet. It means that the school started in the past, but the action of going to school continues. The action is not over. Number 3. We use present perfect to speak about an action that stopped recently. Now, she has cooked dinner. It's an action that finished maybe a few minutes or maybe an hour ago. But it's a recent action. That is the reason we use present perfect. In simple past, we use in the past, but that action finished maybe a specific period of time, maybe long, maybe short, but not that short like the present perfect. Number 4. We also use present perfect for a finished action Now, here we have another example. I have lost my key. I finished an action that influenced on the present. If I lost my key, I can go anywhere, or I can go outside of my house. So, here we have the 4 rules. Let's repeat it. Number 1, the present perfect puts emphasis on the result. Number 2, the action is still going on. Number 3, the action stopped recently. And the final one, a finished action that influenced on the present. I am always telling you that this is the difference between simple past and present perfect. When we're doing exercise of present perfect and simple past tense, verbs are the most important things to consider. If we put a verb in simple past, the exercise, the activity, is going to be wrong. So please remember to study in your house the verbs, so you can get a better grade in your lessons, in your exams. Thank you.